Hello and welcome, my Scorpio friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group angel reading for my Scorpio friends. It's really hard to believe not only are we into December, but we're into full swing holiday season. The angels came to me and really asked me to spend time and make sure I scheduled in the time to create these videos for my zodiac friends, because their messages are very important over the holiday season. Plus the archangels echoed that they needed to add in that healing aspect as well. When I modified my spread to include that healing, they reported that a lot of you guys really connected in and was able to heal yourself not only by watching the video, but there was healing done afterwards as well. So I couldn't deny them. I made sure I planned in the time and scheduled it in so we could have these angel readings in December. Now the decks I'm using for this reading, I'm going to be using the Healing with the Angels Oracle, the Angel Inspiration Oracle, and then the Angel Tarot. Like always, there are links below to these Angel-tastic decks, so should they speak to you, or you want to put them on your Christmas list, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Scorpio friends, let's see what the angels have to say. Oh, got quick jumpers already. What guidance and information do the angels have for my Scorpio friends? Okay. Be discerning. This really talks about all those conflicting needs and desires of other people. You really are going to have to determine which person and what activities you're going to be able to do, and really going with those high vibrations and really supportive pieces. Focusing in on those supportive relationships and being able to raise your vibration and finding meaning in that situation, event, or person. We can't be everywhere all the time. We do have to make some choices, go high vibration, and go with the most meaning in your life. Greet the dawn. This really talks about no matter how we're feeling, it's really important to have that enthusiasm of that new day, really embracing that new energy and light and that universal unconditional love that comes with it. And then be content. There are others on different journeys and different aspects of their journey. We have to be content with where we are right now, and especially in the here and now. Staying in the present moment will really help not only with our healing, it will help us be able to connect in to those pieces that are hidden in plain sight. For example, the messages from the angels. They have them. There's a lot of them. We're missing them because they're hidden in plain sight. Being content and being present at where we are right now will help. Living in the here and now. Alright, just like last month, what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the 4 Watchtower angels, and we're going to receive healing and guidance from all of them. We're going to start off with Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel, what healing can you provide my Scorpio friends? Oh, I thought I caught that one. It hit the corner of the table. We have jumpers. Okay. The first one that hit the floor, meditation. Spending that time with yourself to quiet your mind, take that time and focus in on your breath and calming your center so that you can start to focus and function from a place of stability and strength. When we meditate, we actually start to align and equalize our brain. Primarily, we function from one side of our brain for most of our day. We're usually either, the very fluid kind of creative mode, or we're very in the analytical mode. Some people will switch in between both of them. but we usually don't function and fire from that balanced level state. Meditation, and it's a scientific fact, you can find lots of medical information on the health benefits and what happens in a meditative state and how it can help us. So meditation is fantastic. It can be also very challenging if you are not a person that can just quiet your mind and go into a meditative state. If that's you, I would really recommend doing some guided meditations, and there's lots of them on YouTube and on podcasts and such. You can easily find them now. Some fantastic guided meditations on different topics. That guide can help you really become attuned to the breathing and to focusing our brain on something else. All right, with that, jump to healing. Archangel Uriel is really focusing in on that healing aspect. Meditation is a tool you can use to heal and really, again, be in that present. Healing yourself, and it's not just healing, it's healing yourself on many levels. That physical, the spiritual, the emotional levels. It all is really important right now as we're dealing with a lot of compounded trauma. There's a lot of stuff we're carrying from this lifetime, from lifetimes and traumas of our parents and grandparents, and then also traumas of past lives. It's all kind of rolled up into one, and we're starting to heal it on this generation. All right, let's look at further guidance. What further guidance and information can you provide my Scorpio friends? Archangel Uriel. The Ten of Swords. I just said we are really dealing with a lot of that trauma and that kind of icky feeling. Well, it's all summed up in the Ten of Swords. Now, in the original deck, Pamela Coleman Smith drew the Ten of Swords as a man lying on the ground with 10 swords impaled in him. And it talks about those situations and events that have occurred and those emotions that we've attached to those situations and events. And I've said this in past videos, swords don't have emotion, they're emotionless. Well, so are the events and situations. And I know a bunch of you are screaming at your screen going, she doesn't know what she's talking about, this is stupid. An event doesn't have an emotion. It's the individuals who are involved in the situation that assign and label that emotion. Now, I know that there are events and situations that happen that the only emotion you can attach in a sane brain, or even in some insane brains, is a very painful and heartache emotion. It's those events that are sticking with us. We really feel them, and a lot of times we'll feel them physically. And it's that physical pain that really becomes part of that healing. When we start to work on those traumatic events, those events that we've assigned those lower vibrational feelings to, and like I said, in many cases, that's all you could assign. We hold it, and that's where that healing comes in. We have to start to really assess and release those lower lying energies and feelings that we've attached to them, so that we can acknowledge the information that the situation or event is warranted and release that. In doing that, we heal ourselves. We don't have to forgive an individual for harming us, because let's be honest, there are situations that have occurred that is not an okay thing. However, we can release their control over us. And that's what Archangel Uriel is really talking about. The Six of Pentacles. Sixes are about balance and harmony. We're not going to focus all of December on this. Let's be honest, if we can focus on a little bit of it, that's fantastic. It's going to be that balancing piece. Because part of our healing not only is dealing with this, but it's dealing with other aspects of our lives. Dealing with those hidden spaces within, exploring who we truly are. Not only is that, we're also looking at it's the holiday season. We're going to want to spend time with our family. which in itself helps to raise our vibration and make us feel better. So that's an important piece to it as well. So that balancing act is going to be very important. Not only the balancing, but that grounding and centered energy. Because we are going to be looking at a time where we want to be functioning and firing from a very grounded space. Not only for dealing with some of this aspect, but we're also dealing with the connection in those energies that our family and friends are bringing with us. Now, Archangel Uriel is being very clear. When we start to work on Ten of Swords, we're really talking about greeting the dawn. No matter what has happened, we are going to get up and greet the dawn. Because in the Ten of Swords, behind or in the distance from this man who's been impaled, the sun is rising. That new day is coming. We're going to get up. We're going to carry our burden and continue carrying our burden and greeting that dawn and embracing that amazing, universal, unconditional love energy. And not surprising, the Hermit. The Hermit is the 9th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that inner journey, that need to go inwards. Because let's be honest, that inner journey is where we're going to do a lot of our healing. We also go on the inner journey when we meditate. All of that is really connected in. So the important piece here is that we need to stay balanced in our work. Now we're going to thank Archangel Uriel for all his amazing guidance and healing. And we're going to move on to Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael, what healing can you provide my Scorpio friends? Okay, so the first card, New Beginnings. As we release some of this pent up stuff and we start to really do this inner journey and these inner pieces, we're going to connect in with aspects of ourselves that we have forgotten because we're carrying them from past lives, and things that we have kind of just buried because we shut them down. That connection with our true self, which starts many new beginnings. Because as we connect into those pieces that have been forgotten or have been buried, we're starting a new chapter with them. They're abilities that we're reawakening to and embracing. Because the things that we have forgotten are primarily coming from past lives. Skills, abilities, mindsets that we are taking from past lives and incarnations and bringing them forward to utilize in this lifetime. So that's going to be really important as well. Oh, that's a good one. Trust. It's a big piece. Trusting in the universe that not only does it have your back, but there is a master plan in place. There is a bigger picture that we don't see. We don't even see a tenth of it. We're seeing this very microscopic view, this little tiny itty bitty piece of it. Trusting in the universe that not only does it have our back, it's got this plan, and those high vibrational beings are there to really support us. And most importantly, trusting in ourselves that we have the abilities, some of them are unknown to us at this time, to overcome those challenges and obstacles presented in this lifetime and achieve what it is we set out to. Alright, let's look at some more guidance here. Archangel Raphael, what further guidance and information do you have for my Scorpio friends? So the first one, the 8 of Wands. 8s are about movement and manifestation. It's about connecting in to your solar plexus and really connecting into that courage and determination to not only go inwards, but to trust. Because let's be honest, sometimes trusting is the hardest thing. Knowing We've got eights. They're a movement and manifestation card. When we do start to really connect into our solar plexus and are driven by this passion and creativity, we're really embracing those new beginnings and trusting in our abilities, because our abilities are connected into that solar plexus, that passion piece, those creative aspects of ourselves. So really connects in and kind of drives it home almost. Then the Emperor jumped out. The Emperor is the fourth card in the Major Arcana, and he speaks about that stability and structure and the importance of following those routines that have created that stability in our lives. It goes back to the balance that Archangel Uriel talked about. We cannot do all this inner journey and working on our spiritual and emotional growth. We do need to have that physical aspect and working in our physical world as well. That balance piece is key, and that's going to add to the stability and structure that we need. The stability really helps give you that plateau to step into some of this spiritual work. And the Knight of Swords. Knights are that go big or go home attitude. They are full of determination and no fear energy. They are very courageous, but almost to a point of stupidity. We were all there in adolescence where we weren't afraid because nothing could touch us. And it's that energy that we really need to push ourselves deeper into that connection with ourselves and those higher vibrational beings. Now the Emperor, this is kind of his grandson, if you will. He is really has that foundation of knowledge and structure that the Emperor has. He really is going to dive in and grab the information and knowledge to help you move forward. Propel yourself so that you're really getting on almost like a tidal wave or a wind gust. And it's pushing you forward into that deeper recesses so that you're able to find out more. That connection into the inner self and to who you are will really help in discovering those pieces that you have lost or forgotten. Alright, so we're going to thank Archangel Raphael for all his wisdom and healing, and we're going to move on to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, gotta jump already. What healing can you provide my Scorpio friends? I'm going to give it another little bit of a zhuzh because Archangel Michael's been flipping out a few cards here. Okay. The first jumper. Manifestation. When you stay in the positive and high vibration and believing in and trusting yourself, you're going to have the ability to manifest things that you had no idea you could. The higher your vibration and the more you believe in your abilities and trust in that universal energy to bring what it is you're requesting, the more you're going to be able to manifest. And blessings. We have blessings all around us. It talks about not only that staying and focused and being in the present, but also helping to create the blessings for others. Sharing in that good fortune, sharing in that positive, loving energy. And what you may find as something simple as a smile can be a blessing to another person because it raises their vibration. It adds meaning and value to their life. So being mindful of not only the blessings that you do have in your life, but sharing in and really trying to support and create more blessings. Raising the vibration as a collective rather than focusing in on what it is we tangibly want. Archangel Michael wants to hug cards. Oh my goodness, Archangel Michael. What further information and guidance do you have for my Scorpio friends? I think he's done hurling my cards around the table. The first one, Temperance. The 14th card in the Major Arcana. It talks about that need for balance between the earth and the water. So your physical and spiritual, but also your energy flow. That's going to be vital. It's going to help when you meditate and in your healing, where your energies and your chakras are flowing and they're not being stuck and gunked up. And that 10 of Swords is really what starts to gunk us up. But even the everyday, when we are dealing with people and having those everyday interactions, we start to pick up those lower vibrational energies. And like I said before, we can't do anything with those energies. They stick to us like gunky glue. Clearing our energies, clearing our chakras will help de-gunk us and really help us feel better. We're going to function at a higher vibration because we're not so bogged down. The Chariot, the 7th card in the Major Arcana. Again, we've got that balance. So I'm not sure if we're catching the importance of balance here yet, but that balance of the light and dark, so focusing in on those shadowy, darker areas or the shadow self, and our light is going to help. But the Chariot's about willpower. The Chariot is driving his team without reins. He's doing it through willpower and determination alone. And it's going to be that willpower and determination, and we talked about that in our solar plexus, that's going to help really be able to overcome some of these pieces and help you overcome the heartache of the 3 of Swords. When we're looking at the 3 of Swords, we're looking at some of that really heart-wrenching pieces of the 10. And we all have them, those heartaches, those heartbreaks. We need to overcome those first, and that's the first aspect of the 10 of Swords that we're going to be dealing with, is those really close hurts and pains. Those really deep ones, we need to start healing them because it's going to take a number of sessions and some time for them to heal. Then the Moon jumped out. The 18th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks, again, we have another balancing card. That wolf, wild side with that tamed dog side. That animalistic versus domestic, if you will. And what Archangel Michael's really talking about here is the importance of making sure that not only are you in a balanced state, but that energy flow, so that when you are being triggered by family members and friends, and let's be honest, it happens, we're able to stop, be in the present, take a step back, critically think, using our brain, not reacting from that kind of animalistic first response, so that we're able to really overcome and diffuse these situations. Because when we react in a very volatile way or an emotional way, we lower our vibration. We want to stay in that high vibration throughout the holiday season, not only for that manifestation skills and the blessings, but to start healing ourselves. Michael's being very, very clear here. The 2 of Pentacles. Pamela Coleman Smith drew this card originally as a man with a very, very exciting blue hat. He's juggling 2 pentacles that within a band that makes the infinity symbol, and he's dancing. Talks about that juggling act that we have, because it's not just juggling the balls, because that's simple. It's juggling the balls while in movement and dancing, because life is never slowing down. It doesn't stop. It's going to be that ongoing juggling act that we really need to be mindful of and work on throughout the month. All right, we're going to thank Archangel Michael for all his wisdom and healing. And we're going to go on to Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel, what healing can you give to my Scorpio friends? focus. It really talks about being in that present, in the here and now. When we focus in on what's happening right now and in our emotions and being very mindful of what is occurring, we can make the best choices and a choice that is going to be of high vibration and in your best interest rather than a reactive, lower vibrational, ego-fed choice. New love. And this isn't really so much about that relationship with others. It's really about a new love with yourself. Really connecting in to aspects of yourself that you have forgotten. Goes back into those new beginnings. And connecting in with yourself in a new way. Strengthening that relationship and strengthening the ability to really live an authentic self and be an authentic person. Okay, Archangel Gabriel, what further? Oh, we got jumpers. Okay, there's Gabriel's jumpers. See if she has any more information to share with us. Nope, looks good. Okay. So the first card, and this isn't really in any order because they all kind of came out together. The Queen of Wands. Queens are that feminine, nurturing energy, and we're looking at the Wands, which is all based on your solar plexus again, about that courage and determination. She's very much connected into Archangel Michael's Chariot and into Archangel Raphael's Eight of Wands. That fire, that determination, and most importantly, that creativity. Nurturing those abilities that are going to come out so that you can start to implement and utilize them in an everyday aspect. The King of Pentacles. This guy's also known as the Midas touch. Now, kings are that fully developed personality of their suit. Pentacles about that growth and abundance. When you're looking at the King of Pentacles, you're looking at a time where you're going to be able to start to manifest it. Again, we'll go back into that manifestation and create what it is you really want in your life. Because you're really going to trust in these abilities to create and do. And sometimes it feels like you're doing the impossible. And when others look at it, it's amazing because it's this magical feat. And you do it with a grace and style that is all your own. The Five of Cups. And it does say sadness. And like I've said in the past, I really struggle with the labels that Jane put on these decks. The Five of Cups talks about focusing in on the wrong aspects. The original card drawn by Pamela Coleman Smith, there's a figure, a woman. She's in a black cloak and she's mourning the loss of 3 overturned cups. She's ignoring those 2 upright cups behind her. And it's those 2 upright cups that we're talking about. This connection into self and healing. Because that raises your vibration, and that's the path we need to go. This healing and vibration shift is where we're really going to find that meaning and happiness we're looking for. And finally, the Ten of Pentacles. This is a family card. It's a fantastic card. It's all about that generational support and love. Now, this is a time of family, so it's not shocking that we pulled a family card. But the important piece that Gabriel's talking about here isn't so much about just the family that you have on this plane. It talks about those lost loved ones, those passed on loved ones, those high vibrational beings that have always been there for you. Most importantly, your guardian angel and your guides. They have been with you day in and day out. Really connecting into that generational and multifaceted support that you have in your life. That's going to make a huge difference in this journey and make it a lot more meaningful, and you're going to find that you really retain a lot of that knowledge that you're hoping to find. Alright, we're going to thank Archangel Gabriel for all her wisdom and guidance. And before I forget and move on, Gabriel pulled the Ten of Pentacles and Archangel Uriel the Ten of Swords. In angel messages, when you're looking at that multiple 10, the angels are telling you it's a time of personal development and spiritual enlightenment. All right, we're going to end off on a blessing. What blessing do the angels and archangels have for my Scorpio friends? Oh, and it went down the hallway. Fantastic. Okay, they get really excited, and then we have cards flying all over my house. Okay, so the first card that jumped out, silencing your thoughts, really taps into that meditation, taps into really living in the here and now, so that you're able to enjoy not only the holiday season and your family, but what's truly happening. Really engaging in these new beginnings and your healing process, really taking ownership for it, because it's an important process. We're learning a lot in this generation and at this time than we ever did before. And then Archangel Samuel. Now, I know that in this deck, Kim Dreyer drew Samuel as a girl. Samuel is a male energy to me. Archangel Samuel deals with that healing of emotions. And that's a big piece here. Part of this is going to be, and we talked about that because we had the 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, that emotional healing. Now, whether you identify Samuel as a female or a male, it will not matter. Their energy, they themselves do not identify overly as either gender. They're not going to get angry and not help you if you choose the wrong gender. Whatever gender you want is all good. The colors that people usually see when Samuel's with them is this kind of pink, that rose quartzy pink. Can also be the period green, just depending on what he's doing. I find that he comes in on a pink when we're looking at working with love and healing some of those love aspects. But when we're healing with those emotional traumas, I find he comes in on the period. So it really just depends on you. But connecting in with Archangel Samuel, you'll find that he'll be working with Archangel Raphael with some of this healing for you, my Scorpio friends. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. I hope that you were able to gain some insight and direction into what the angels and archangels want to share with you. If you liked this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. If you've seen my past videos, you know that I'm a pretty creative and kind of a different type of tarot reader where I add in oracle and I'm starting to bring in angel healing. Next year I'm looking at bringing in some dragon healing. Plus, I'm a fluid poster, which means I don't have a specific time or day where I post my videos. The best way to stay connected in with the content is subscription and hitting that little red bell. That way you're not going to miss any of the guidance and healing that you're looking for. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I've provided a helpful link, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my Scorpio friends.